beautiful Venus Bay, one of my favourite land-based spots in all of Victoria. Look how beautiful it is. Conditions aren't primo today. It is very windy, but it's still decently calm. Like, it's not too bad. It's a bit warm, but it'll just have to do. This spot here, renowned for big gummy sharks, not just small ones, big ones. And I've got a bit of a story to share with you guys a bit later. But basically, Venus Bay, it's not your typical surf beach. It's actually very tidal. You've got a long flat of sand that goes out by about a couple of 100 meters. So these waves, they're actually rolling in from a long way out. They're not like, it's not like a typical surf beach where you go in and it just drops off, which means the gummies tend to climb up and feed on those flats as the tide comes in, and especially going into the evening, they come up and they feed on those flats. So it's about 6 p.m. now, tide's coming in. Ideally, I want it to be a bit later. I like when the tide starts coming in at about 9 o'clock. It goes through till about 1-2 o'clock, but it is what it is. You know, I haven't had the greatest pick of the days this summer, so it's just going to have to do. So hopefully, you know, I'm thinking about that 9-10 o'clock mark, and the sun's gone down. That's when hopefully we'll start hitting on these gummies. So that's the aim today. I always say surf fishing is my favourite. Getting the sand between the toes, nothing beats it. I'll trade boat fishing for this any day of the week. Alright, what we're going with. On one of them, I've got a slider going up to a swivel, metre of leader, down to an 8-0 circle. And on the other one, I've actually got a short paternoster coming off that one to an 8-0 circle, coming down to the sinker. So two sort of different styles that we're going to try, see which one does better. Got Ricardo here with us.
G'day,
keen
boys.
for a gummy tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, we're going to give it a crack, and a mighty one at that, mate.
Alright, so baits we're going with, we're just typical gummy setups. Just going the yakkers. Going to be chunking those up and throwing them out. Let's get started, shall we?
That's it.
Beautiful chunk like that. Grab our circle, just pin it. That's all you need to do. It's very shallow for a long time. You can actually wade out quite a fair bit. I normally do when it's a nice hot summer's day, but I think I might only go knee level this time around. You'll notice now I'm walking out and it is just flat. And it's similar to like the way Western Port is. I guess that's why maybe there's a lot of gummies around. I just like these kind of conditions. Make sure that drag's set well. Beautiful. See, it's a waiting game now. So there we go. Find some more funny buggers. It's bouncing before. You get a lot of crabs here as well, so got a fair bit of sidewash today. I mean, funny buggers, so I'm gonna bring it in. It's going loose, so I don't know what's going on with that. Something's gobbed it, run off, I don't know. Bait's gone, interesting. Bait has been taken on that. It was bouncing around before, so something's definitely gobbed that. I'll rebait this guy. Hopefully it's not just pickers, because that can make a very shit day of it. half an hour. It's just difficult. It's low visibility. There's no moon, so can't really see what we're doing. Ricardo's on ya. Are you on? I think that's on. It's heavy.
Oh, yes, you're on, baby.
Let's go, Ricardo. What do you reckon, first thoughts?
Not much head shake, but the body's still sleeping. But you know what? Keep going. Yeah, still not awake.
Look at that, just as the sun's setting. That was when I recasted it for you as well.
Hopefully, while she's sleeping, we'll bring her in.
Great form.
I don't think she knows she's hooked on, bro. Or it's something small.
Oh, I'm going to start heading down there, see what it is.
Oh, it's heavy.
It's a gummy! It's a gummy! It's a gummy, bruh! Yes! That's a ripper gummy, man.
If you're sleeping, man, that's the thing.
That is a ripper. There we go. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? Look at that. No banjos, no nothing like we usually get. Straight onto the gummy.
She's just woken up too, mate. I don't think she had any idea she was hooked on until we got right up here.
Off the beach. That is a beautiful gummy.
Oh, she's got a lot of strength
Yeah,
on her.
they're strong, man.
Yeah, got a lot of strength on her.
There we go. There's our gummy off the beach. It's been a long time coming this one. I've got to tell you guys a story. Here as well at Venus Bay. But this is what you get down here. You get the big girls. This beach is renowned for it. Well, it's always empty. There's no one ever here. But look at that. That is an absolute ripping gummy off the beach. Ricardo, I reckon you got to do the honours. show the viewers your fish, mate.
Yeah, I don't think she knew that she was actually hooked on until we got to the edge of the water. That's when she actually woke up. But it was too late, hey?
There we go, beautiful.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. So Venus Bay does produce.
And that's the thing, see, I don't tend to bother land base around Westerport, that sort of thing, because I want the big ones, I don't want just the small ones. And just caught that other gummy last week, so this one this week. So I went from 30 odd trips with nothing, got that one last year, going on the boat last week, and then this one. I think we're on the mark now. Alright guys, I'm going to tell you guys a story now. Happened here a few years ago, but it was probably trip number 20, trying to get this gummy. And it was a beautiful night, absolutely amazing, full moon, warm. Let's check this other rod while we're here. Amazing, warm, and we finally hooked up to a gummy. This thing was going absolutely mental. It was taking run after run. This thing was absolutely, it was railing me. At this time, Moe, who you guys know from the channel, he was on the phone to some chick at bloody 2 AM in the morning, and I'm yelling at this guy, get off the fucking phone, and then he wouldn't get off the phone. And I'm trying to reel this thing. I'm like, go follow the line. And then this thing, I saw it about 20 meters up the beach, beached itself. This thing was massive. It would have been 2 meters long easily. It would have been a 15-kilo gummy, easy. Because obviously he was so far away from it, by the time he ran to it, wave came in, took the fish out, took another run, snapped the line. And safe to say, we don't speak about that night anymore. It's a night that we don't speak of. And we were absolutely shattered. Not a word was said when we went home. So tonight was redemption. I've done a couple of trips here since then. Conditions weren't great, but tonight they were primo, and we got that fish, and we didn't get pestered by banjos, which is amazing. But it's just the start of it. Still got these rods out. Tide's only just coming in, sun's just gone down, so it's prime time. But even if we don't get anything, I'm happy with that. 2 gummies in a week, not complaining. All right guys, I think we're calling it. It's getting pretty gusty. It's just difficult conditions to fish. so we're going to call it. Got one gummy, not complaining at all, absolutely stoked. The start to this season has been absolutely off the charts. Got kingies, gummies, and a ripper snapper season. That's enough for tonight, but stay tuned because we've got the Lake Ties Flatty Challenge coming up. So we'll be heading there in a couple of weeks. It's going to be our first ever fishing competition, so not expecting to win it, but stay tuned for it. It should be fun. And yeah, see you guys. I reckon it's about 8 kilo. I reckon the one I got last year, that was a massive one. That was close to 15, I'd say. But yeah, doing all right. 3 gummies, nothing under 8 so far. Back at the campsite now. I'm gonna fillet this guy up, throw it in the fridge. Finally got our redemption. Let's go.